Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the B&D Bricks channel. Today, I'm going to be doing a long-awaited tier list of every LEGO Star Wars Clone Trooper minifigure. I know that right here it says May 2023, but I've updated it, so it's all the way until present time. And yeah, every LEGO Clone Trooper minifigure. This is a big video. I know I kind of did one before, but I did all the Clone Troopers that came out in 2022. Some of my opinions have changed since then, so yeah. Remember that this is the second part of Content Week, and I will be continuing with new videos throughout this whole week, so stay tuned. Okay, so starting off, we have the original Phase 1 Clone Trooper, and honestly, yeah, I think C tier is right. It's fine. I'm not a huge fan of the inset visor, but it's like, overall, I like it. I like it better than the Phase 2s, that's for sure. So with the Shock Trooper, yeah. So I really don't like the Shock Trooper design on the original Clone Trooper, Phase 2. I love the Shock Trooper design, and the original Phase 2 Clone Trooper is fine, but I just really don't like the Shock Trooper design on the original Phase 2 Clone Trooper. Okay, next up, we have is this the gunner or the pilot? Not 100% sure. But I think I'm going to put it in D tier. Yeah. It's okay. Like, it's better than the Shock. It's not as good as the Phase 1. Like I said, I like the Phase 1 original a lot better than Phase 2. It just looks a little bit cleaner. Okay. The plane, alright, it's fine. Yeah, honestly, it's just not amazing, but it's still, it's pretty good. Okay. And yeah, I mean, again, it's fine. Like, they're all fine. I know that this may be a little bit, like, people might get mad, but I'm not nostalgic for it, and so I don't think that they look very good. Now this one, with the jetpack wings, I actually thought was pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna put it above, maybe, the original Phase 1, Phase 2, but I don't know, whatever. It's fine. It's basically just the normal Phase 2, but with the wings, and I like the wings. C tier, I think, yeah. Yeah, that seems right. Okay, next up, we have the captain of the original Phase 2. Whatever, it's fun. It has the pauldron. That's nice. I like the colors on it. So, like, the thing about the Phase 2 that I don't really like is I feel like the inset just doesn't really work, because on a Phase 2 helmet, nothing is inset, except for the mouth, but, like, whatever. It's, like, the tiniest little thing. So, yeah. Okay. And then next up, yeah. So basically what's happening here is all of the Phase 2s from the originals are going to be going into the bottom section. Although this one, the 442nd, I actually really like the design of, so it's going to the top of the bottom. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, next up we have the Neo Recon Core Phase 2. This one's fine. I actually like it a lot because I feel like the Phase 2 design by itself looks fine. Like, I'm not a big fan, but it's fine. But then without those little accents, it looks really good, so I really enjoy those. Let's see. Okay, next up we've got the Kashyyyk Scout one. I actually thought that this was like an Imperial Trooper for a long time because it uses the same helmet model as them. But yeah, I like this one a lot more than I like the other originals because I feel like the inset eyes just work better for it. Maybe that's because I've been conditioned by seeing like the Scout Troopers, but I feel like it looks better. Okay, next up we have, this is the Shock Trooper again, I think, and that's kind of weird, but it's still going to just go down there because it's basically the same thing and I don't really like them. Okay, so now we have the Phase 1, animated Phase 1 pilot Clone Trooper, which is, it's fine. I like it more than I like it more than the originals, but I really don't like the animated design that much, so you'll see a lot of these animated clones end up in the middle section. Okay, then we have, is that animated Rex? Yeah, A tier seems a little bit more reasonable, honestly. It's like straight to S tier, really. Honestly, the animated Rex design, like specifically this one with the visor, I really don't like. I feel like the visor just does not suit Rex's face at all. Rex's mask, the helmet, oh my gosh. Okay, then we have Cody. This is Phase 1 animated Cody with all his pauldron and comma and everything. Still looks really good. I think it's better than Rex in Phase 1, like with all this gear on it. But overall, it's just good. Okay, now Phase 1 Fox with his armor and stuff, I think actually looks really good. It's not like a S tier by any means, but it's definitely a solid A tier. Like, I really enjoy this Clone Trooper. I think it's better than the Cody and Fox. It's definitely better than Rex. Yeah, I don't know if it's better than Cody, but it's really good. It's not quite as good as the other, Phase 2 Rex, or Phase 2 Fox that we got to this year actually, and I've got that later down. So we'll see where I put that. Yeah, you might be able to guess, but it's I'm pretty excited about that, and yeah, which I haven't actually been able to pick up yet. I need to do that. Okay, so this trooper, the ARC Trooper from the Elite Clone Troopers versus Droidekas or Elite Battle Droids Battle Pack. It's not Droidekas, it's the Droid Commandos. So this guy is a solid S tier. This is legitimately, I think, one of the best clones of all time. If not, well, we'll see later on, but this is like way up there. It is so top tier. It has with the comma and the dual-sided pauldron, plus the deep red antenna, which we had never seen any other colors than gray before at this point, is all just beautiful. Plus a custom molded helmet with that face printing in all blue. It looks so good, and the chest and the legs are both amazing. I was lucky enough to have this minifigure, but I've lost the torso and the cloth pieces, so unfortunately I can't reassemble it, which you guys may have seen earlier on in my original Clone Army video, where you can see the pieces of some of my clones that don't actually exist. But wow, yeah, it's a great clone. Okay, so here we get to the animated Phase 2 Clone Troopers, and I really am not a fan of this design. It's very reminiscent of the original Clone Troopers to me, and I really just, I don't like it at all. I feel like the mouth looks weird, I feel like the eyes don't have enough depth, I feel like the whole helmet itself just looks odd. The chest and the legs are fine, but really the helmet kind of sells the whole thing for me, and I just really don't. I'm just not a fan of these designs, so I apologize if you're nostalgic for them. In fairness, I do actually really like the 212 one because I like the color of it. Here we're going to have what maybe a second S tier. This is the Phase 2 Rex. I can't remember what it's actually from, but it came out a few years ago. I think it's technically in the animated wave, but I'm not 100% sure. It is beautiful. The helmet looks great, even though it's technically animated. Like, it doesn't look like it. It just looks like a great Rex helmet. It's awesome. Then you can see the pauldron and all the details on the chest and stuff, plus the blue arms. If you've seen my video from before where I changed the arms on the clones to be blue, you know that I love that. I think it's just awesome. The legs, everything just looks great on it. Okay, and now we're starting to get into the Phase 2 realistic design, which is arguably the best. Not my personal favorite. I like the 2020 more, but that may just be like I'm a product of my era, as they say. But it's very, very good. So some of these clones are going to end up very high. And now we are on to the Phase 2 Commander Gree, and this is going to be our second S tier. I have literally no doubt about that. It is one of the best clone troopers I think ever made, honestly. The detail on it is insane. It took everything that LEGO did right with the Kashyyyk clone troopers and improved upon it so much. The dark green arms, the legs that are lighter than the torso, and the helmet looks so good. The silver helmet with the green printing is just beautiful, and everything about that clone trooper is awesome. I know you can technically argue that he's Rex, but still, he's not a clone trooper. He's not designed to be a clone trooper. He is not a clone trooper. So Gree is going up here again because for whatever reason they changed halfway through his run. He has a darker helmet now, and he has different leg print, and it's basically the same thing. There's very little difference, if really any at all. Honestly, I may be nitpicking, or it could be lighting, so I don't really know. Now we get to the 2020 style clone troopers. So this is my favorite style. As I said earlier, I really like the way these clone troopers look. compared to especially like the animated Phase 2s, but the realistic Phase 2 as well. Realistic are better, but I like these more personally. If you've seen my decal videos, I pretty much exclusively do 2020 style decals. But we've got first the Jet Trooper, that's going to go up in B tier, and all of these are going to be pretty high because I just think that the designs all look really good, so yeah. Okay, and now we get to the 2020 style Commander Cody. So this came out last year in the ATT, and that's an S tier. That is a great minifigure. Everything about it is pretty much perfect. The only complaint that I've heard people say would really be, well, it's not S tier. So here's my problem with it. I think that the face looks squished on the helmet. I think that it looks like weird, especially with the visor. It just doesn't look right. And so other than that, I would say that it's a perfect minifigure. But because of that problem, and it's so glaring, like you can tell when you're looking at it that something is weird. And it's not a problem on any of the other clone troopers, so I don't know what's up with it, but yeah, I can't put it in S tier because of that. This, however, the 212 Grunt from that same set, the ATTE, is perfect. I love that minifigure. The face does not look squished, contrary to the Commander Cody, but the helmet has this like bubbly, glossy look that's different from all the other 2020 styles for whatever reason. And I think it looks amazing. Like, I just love looking at these troopers. They look awesome. Luckily, we did see them release in a foil pack, which I did do a leak video on a while ago, but I haven't been able to get any more of them since I got the set, sadly. Okay, and now we get to the three most recent clone troopers, which are all going to be very high up. So first off, we have Commander Fox. Like you heard me say earlier, Commander Fox is my favorite clone of all time, so we're going to skip him for just a second and move on to the Shock 2020 style. Easy S tier. The 2020 style is one of the best designs ever, plus the Shock Trooper design is just absolutely beautiful. It's my favorite design in Star Wars. I think that the two mesh so well together. So easy S tier. Then we have Commander Fox. Easy S tier. Again, my favorite clone trooper, and this design does him so much justice. There are only a couple of blemishes on it that I really don't like. So first off, the knee pads should be red, and the chest should be red with the like stomach part being white. But those are minor, like, whatever. As long as you have the helmet and generally most of it correct, then it's fine. I do think that this is better than Gree. I do not think that this is better than the ARC Trooper. So I'm trying to be a little bit objective here, even though I am very biased, and I love this Fox so much. Sadly, I haven't been able to pick up this set yet, but I should be doing that relatively soon. So hopefully I can have a review of it soon. You guys can see how I actually react to the Fox minifigure. But anyways, now on to the last of the three minifigures. This is the most recent minifigure to come out with the LEGO Star Wars UCS Venator. It's 2020 style Commander Rex. And last but most definitely not least is the 2020 style Rex. So he has a pauldron, which is a cloth pauldron, which we have not seen in ages, and LEGO is doing that in 2023. So hopefully that's a sign of good things to come. Also, it also shows that they're listening to our complaints about what we like and don't like about modern LEGO Star Wars, so that's good. This is an easy S tier. This minifigure is so detailed, it's so awesome. At least in the render, he doesn't have the helmet hole on the left side of his helmet, but I could be wrong about that. In real life, obviously, I haven't spent the $700 for the LEGO UCS Venator, although hopefully one day it is a really good set. He has his antenna, which looks really good. His helmet is beautiful. His legs don't have too much going on, but I actually think that's for the better because it would distract from the top part with the pauldron and the helmet if he had things on his legs. So I don't think he's better than the ARC Trooper. I still think that ARC Trooper is the best LEGO Star Wars clone of all time, but this is definitely a great minifigure. So I think that's going to do it for the tier list, and that is all the LEGO Star Wars clones that have ever been made. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more content week, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.